Hello everyone, it's Rory Paddock here for picksfromthepaddock.co.uk. Now originally, for Thursday I had 7 horses I like the look of. I'd done all the form analysis, done all the studying, done all the prep work, got everything together, and sod's law, Mother Nature intervened and ensured that Wincanton and Fairy House were both abandoned. Nevertheless, 4 of them are still set to run. They're on the all-weather, so hopefully they still go ahead. So without further ado, it's time for today's Tips Live. The first of what's going to be 4 selections on the all-weather is hopefully going to be the lucky last at Wolverhampton. Ellie Piper looks a big prize for a course and distance winner, who's now just £1 above its last winning mark. The horse likes to travel from off the pace or just behind the pace, so stall 10 isn't too disadvantageous. The race looks ridiculously open. The Ian Jardine trained favourite is probably the one to beat, but we'll take a chance on this one. Taking a look back at when Ellie Piper finished 4th at Wolverhampton on the 9th of December. You can see the horse highlighted there. Travelled pretty well throughout the race. As you can see, the jockey seems to have quite a handful left. Gets a decent break on the inside. Looks a competitive run sort of race. I'll be honest, I'm not one for cribbing jockeys, but ideally you probably would have wanted to see the jockey with the stick in the right hand and using that rail to guide the horse a little bit better. But finished a credible 4th. Bernardine showed vast improvement on what it's done so far when second at Lingfield last time out. Anything that jockey Danny Muscat seems to be touching at the moment, he turns to gold. I think he's had 11 winners over the last 2 weeks for nearly a 30% strike rate. This horse may be a 5-race maiden, but the step up to a mile should help, and it should make its first trip to the winners enclosure tonight. In the light blue, finished a credible second at Lingfield back on the 22nd of December, and finished ahead of subsequent winners. You can see Charlie Hill's horse there with the orange cap has gone on to win since this race. So the form of the race seems pretty decent enough. Round the bend there, still has quite a lot of work to do. You'd probably say it doesn't have much of a chance to finish in second at this point, but pulls out more, certainly has some sort of battling spirit, which is always good to see in a horse, and ends up finishing really close to the winner, just half a length if not less. Decent effort and can certainly build on that. Seems to be the theme that I'm siding with horses that are yet to shake off their maiden tag, and I'm going to end up going for another one. In the 7 o'clock Central Hall, it's probably the obvious choice, but the jockey and yard of Simon Crisford, / Ed Crisford, and jockey Jack Mitchell are absolutely untouchable at the moment. The horse has done very little wrong with 2 back-to-back second place finishes. As long as the horse knows how to win, then it should be doing so. Central Hall was really well fancied back on the 28th of December when runner-up at Newcastle. Looked to be battling it out with the eventual winner, both of which pulled somewhat clear of the remaining rivals, but didn't quite have enough in the tank to be able to give the eventual successor too much to think about, who ended up drawing clear. But compared to the rest, did well enough and hopefully can win here this evening. Going with George Bowie's Princess Naive, seemed to land a bit of a touch when stepping up to 1 mile 2 furlongs, showed absolutely nothing in its first 3 starts, but did well to win last time out. The extra furlong should certainly suit. Yes, it's gone up in terms of the handicap mark, but this race looks pretty poor, and it won't need much to make it back. Here we see the horse claiming its first win, highlighted there in 5th place, back at Lingfield only a handful of days ago. Decent enough looking race. Certainly had to find something in the locker, but certainly did so in the closing stages. The horse that finished a very, very close second reopposes today off better weights. I think that's the only horse that will give this one a run for its money. I'm hoping that the winner here ends up progressing enough to subside any sort of weight difference. Hello everyone, it's Rory Paddock here for picksfromthepaddock.co.uk. Now originally, for Thursday I had 7 horses I like the look of. I'd done all the form analysis, done all the studying, done all the prep work, got everything together, and sod's law, Mother Nature intervened and ensured that Wincanton and Fairy House were both abandoned. Nevertheless, 4 of them are still set to run. They're on the all-weather, so hopefully they still go ahead. So without further ado, it's time for today's Tips Live.